I'm BkSun.
I'm Rosie.
I'm Arden.
And this is We Play Too Much. Since Update 9.0 released on the Switch, providing users with the ability to invite friends to play games, we started thinking about what other features the Nintendo Switch could benefit from. One of these features that we think should be added is a better user profile integration. Nintendo should add messaging, achievements, voice chat, and better playtime tracking. With the exception of achievements, all of these options have been available on previous Nintendo consoles. The Wii U, 3DS, and the DS had some of this functionality. Now that we have the ability to invite friends, we should be able to message them. There also should be voice chat and party chat integrated into the system.
Yes.
As of right now, you can voice chat on some games via the app, but it doesn't make sense to have to use an app to chat with your friends. Also, the app does not have a way to message your friends through text.
And I believe that with Overwatch coming soon, Blizzard did a really good thing in making it so that you can voice chat with your team through Blizzard servers itself. So you don't have to use the app to talk with your teammates to coordinate plays. You can just put it into your headset and then you can just talk to them. It's simple as that. You shouldn't have to go through some extra function just to be able to talk with your teammate and then play the game how it should be played.
And Blizzard is not the only company that's doing that. Fortnite, you can also chat with your friends, as well as you can do it in Paladins. And I believe there are other games as well. So if other companies have access to this, how come the Switch is not granting the access to their...
Stop speaking it.
How come Nintendo is not adding this functionality on a system-wide level? Rosa, do you have any thoughts on this?
I don't play online and stuff. The only time I've done it was Mario Kart or something. But I shouldn't have to be on the phone and playing to hear to talk to my friend. It should be you should be able to do it through the system. You shouldn't have to have that extra little thing. Just take out that and then put it together.
I totally understand, and I agree. And I'm the type of person that when I'm playing games, I kind of don't like the messages coming through, but I definitely see it as a needed thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm playing video game systems now do so many things. So you could be sitting there trying to watch Hulu and somebody's sending you messages and invites. And in that situation, you don't always want that to occur. But again, this is an option that definitely needs to be added to the Switch. It doesn't make sense to tether you to your cell phone while you're trying to play video games.
Yeah.
If I want to chat, I need to be able to chat system-based. I mean, if we're going to do anything, then might as well just use Discord instead of having to use a Nintendo Switch app.
And that's an interesting thing too, because let's say that Nintendo does add Discord. How would you be able to use Discord at the same time as playing a game? Because you can use the eShop while still playing a game, but it will still take you out of their game. You have to go to the home button and then open the eShop. If Discord is like an app, you can't play the game at the same time. Then that would create a problem that you can't really solve. But I'm not sure exactly how Nintendo could go about it, just make it a certain widget that doesn't have to be closing out of a certain game. But if they can find a way to just do that, that would be really good.
Another user profile function that we believe should be updated is the playtime tracking. As of right now, you can track your playtime on the Switch, but it's not as accurate as it was on previous Nintendo systems. So if you start a game, you have to wait 10 days to see the actual amount of hours that you played in the game. And even with that, it's in 5-hour increments. It's not precise. Having the ability to check games just to see how much time you've put into a game and the people on your friend list have put into a game. I mean, a lot of people like to look into things like that. I like to know how many hours I put into a lot of the games that I play. And again, they had this option on the Wii U. They had this option on the 3DS, and I now understand why they backtracked on the Switch.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't really make any sense that it's so limited. Like, even for yourself, you should be able to see how many hours you put into the game. And when you first start a game, you can see how much you put in, but then after a couple days, you can't see anything.
Yeah, that happened to me. I think I was playing, was it Kirby Clash, Super Kirby Clash, and you could see, it was like you played 3 days ago, but I couldn't see how much I played. So
Yeah.
I would like to see that. Yeah.
We also think that they should add achievements. The other systems have achievements, and achievements are not... I've never been an achievement hunter. I do like the option of achievements being in games. I'm not the type of person that's going to put in extra time into a game just because it has achievements, but I do see the value of achievements in video games, period. And Nintendo seemingly actually does see the value of it as well, because some of their games have achievements. Smash Bros has achievements. Mario Odyssey has achievements. So it needs to be on a system-wide level.
Yes.
Yeah, Super Kirby Clash has achievements. Yeah, I don't understand why they don't just make it as a whole.
Yeah, and that's interesting too, because Slay Spire on Steam it has achievements, but on the Switch it doesn't have any achievements. And I feel like that game benefits from achievements at a greater level because it forces you to play the game differently. Like some things that you can do with the game, you can make certain builds that won't normally work, but if you don't have a reason to do that, you don't really explore the game to its fullest potential, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like who wouldn't want to have achievements in Breath of the Wild?
Yes.
The game is already amazing. It's a massive game. Achievements would add so much to the game. And so, I mean, again, it's already an amazing game. But imagine just having an achievement like the Korok Hunt.
Yes.
That should have been something where that could have been something where they implemented achievements. The beating the what are they called?
The shrines?
No. But well, yeah, beating the shrines. You could have added achievements for that. Beating the what are they called? The divine beast. Beating the divine beast. You could have had that. You could have implemented achievements into that as well. So I mean, it's an option that they really do need to add. I'm not sure why, after all of these years, they still haven't added it. And Nintendo also could do it in a different way than Sony and Microsoft do it, because they have, like, they've done stickers in games before. So I'm not understanding why they haven't added that option.
Right.
Moving on.
We need an internet browser.
Yes, we definitely do.
The previous systems, the Wii U, the 3DS, before that they had an internet browser too, right? Like the Lite. Was it
DSi?
DSi, yeah, that one. Yeah, they had internet browsers. Why don't they have one right now? She's angry about it too.
Yep, she's furious. Internet browser is definitely needed. I know the reason why. Well, the reason allegedly why they don't want an internet browser in it is because that's an easy way for the system to be hacked. But the Switch has already been hacked. The homebrew community is pretty big on the Switch already. And they've actually added a lot of the features we're already talking about.
I just want to fact check. Isn't there like already kind of a browser in some way?
Yeah, it actually
just can't like.
Yes.
What?
There's actually a browser. You have. I don't know how you can access it, but it does have a browser. Yeah. It's a functioning browser. I've seen people like go on YouTube with it and everything.
Yeah, like when you're trying to put the Wi-Fi into like a hotel thing, it will take you to like that site. But
It'll take you to the captive page, but you can. There are people that know how to go from that captive page and.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yep. But yeah, a functioning one that we can like just. It should be like a little widget at the bottom with the other icons that we can just click into. Easy.
Yeah. We
should have one.
Most definitely. An internet browser is important. And I mean,
it's not like the those kind of sucked.
And it's no.
You don't think they sucked?
The Wii U had a good browser for video game systems. Browsers are not that good. Yeah. So the Wii U browser was pretty good, and it had like it had really good YouTube integration. The YouTube on this Wii U was better than the app that they had on the Wii U. And with the internet browser, that also would come certain apps. I mean, on the Switch, the only apps that we really have are, we have Hulu, we have YouTube, we have Nico Nico in Japan. There's a music creation app that I can't remember the name of right now. And then there's a coloring book app. But Netflix needs to be added. Amazon needs to be added. And I guess having a browser at this point is a way to skirt needing those things at this point. Until Nintendo or these companies provide these apps.
Yeah.
The next thing we'd like to talk about is an updated eShop, bringing with the user reviews, a better curator, gifting off of a friend's wish list. This is something I feel like should already be a thing. Like, even if it's not just gifting, I think wish lists are definitely just something you should be able to see. Just because you can see yours doesn't really mean much, because like you're probably just going to remember the game that you're going to get anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can see a friend's wish list, it would be really nice if you can just, like, gift them off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just, like, a nice touch that's not necessary, but it's just a thought.
It also will give you other options for games that you might want to look into if you can see other people's wish lists. I know that when I look at people's lists and just look at the games that they're playing right now, sometimes that makes me want to check out the game that they're playing. So having wish lists is good, so if you can gift people games, but it also is something that you can see games that you might not have played, might not have thought about wanting to play, and that will give you an option.
I don't really care. I mean, not that I don't care, but I think it'll be cool, like, for, like, I just like the gifting part, like, seeing if you're able to see someone's wish list, you can gift them a game, and that would be really nice. Yeah.
On top of it, though, just the eShop itself, it needs a facelift.
Yes.
The curation definitely needs to be better. I know that they do have the page that you go to where you can see the featured games, and then usually there are good games on the featured list. But there are so many games on the eShop that they come and go. Like, I was talking with Ardent the other day, and I was talking about a game. It's The Messenger. And I had forgotten the name of it. I was comparing it to the other similar game on the eShop, Katana Zero. So if you don't have like a list of these games and you wait, you're not going to see this game on the eShop. You're not going to know where to search for it. It slips your mind. They need better curation so that you can look for the game. Well, have an option.
So like, maybe like you will have like a game and it'll show you like other related games or games like this, so that'll be easier.
Yes, most definitely. That's an option that I don't even know if any of the other systems have, but that is a option that definitely should be on all systems. I mean, having the similar game list.
Yeah.
So that if you really got into something, like if you play Fire Emblem, or if you purchase Fire Emblem and then you want to play a similar type game, you can go on the eShop, and then it would be like, maybe you want to check out Wargroove.
Yeah.
Anything else?
User reviews.
Oh yes. User reviews. Nintendo actually had user reviews on the system for a little while, but they pulled them. That was back last year, and they said they were going to review it and see if they could bring it back. They haven't brought it back as of yet. User reviews are just another way to give you the option to see if you want to play a game. I mean, yes, I know that user reviews can be influenced, as we saw recently with Astral Chain on Metacritic, but you just the option for it, and there are ways to
it's weird to say, but like gate who's able to review at first. So you can you have to play a little while. You have to play the game. You have to have the game to make a review.
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
What do you think about user reviews, Arnie?
I definitely do think they're necessary. There have been like a lot of times where I look at a game and I'm not sure if I actually want it, and it just looks interesting, but I'm not sure. I just want like a secondhand opinion, but I have to go through like extra loops just to see what other people are saying about the game. And just because just having it on hand would just be so much more beneficial because it just takes so much more time just to like look on other hand sites, just to see what people are saying.
Exactly. Why should you have to Google the game to see if it's good?
There are some games, I know it's probably just like popular games and stuff, and like review sites, popular review sites will review them, and you can see that when you look at the game on the Switch. But I think sometimes it's better to like see like people who play those games, see what they say about it.
Yeah, especially
and you don't get those type of reviews for smaller things, not all the time.
Very true. Like a lot of these indie games, you don't. You see rare reviews. I mean, a major game, you can go to Metacritic and you're gonna have reviews from all of the major outlets. These smaller games, you're not gonna get reviews from a lot of these outlets. They don't always review the smaller games. They usually review the AA and AAA games.
What does that mean?
AA it's just Grand Theft Auto is a AAA game. Call of Duty, stuff like that. What can I consider AA? Like Astral Chain would probably be considered a AA. It's how much money the company puts into it, and like the marketing behind it, and just like the resource hours. Like Zelda, Mario for Nintendo are considered AA. No, sorry, Zelda and Mario for Nintendo are considered AAA. Let's see what we consider AA. Fire Emblem would probably be considered a AA game.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there are definitely more things that we would say should be added to the Switch.
Yes, and we'll probably discuss those at a later time, because the Switch is probably my favorite video game system ever, just because of the ability to play at home and to play on the go. It was what Nintendo was trying to realize with the Wii U, I believe, but it didn't work with the Wii U. There are a lot of features that the system does need, though, still.
Let us know in the comments what features you think the Switch should add. If you like any of our ideas, give us a like and subscribe to our channel if you like what we said. If you want to hear more. Ring that bell thing that gives you notifications.
Yes.
Yeah, people say ring the bell.
Yes, ring the notification bell.
You can ring the
Like,
bell.
share, subscribe. Please share.
Ring the bell.
And thank you for listening.
Thank you. This is no.